There's a saying that goes like this: hard times create strong men. Strong men creates good times. Good times create weak men. And weak men created TikTok. They made TikTok. Back in 2013, a revolutionary app has been released to the public. It came out of development for months and everyone loved it. It was the best thing that ever happened in that year. Obviously, I'm talking about Angry Birds Star Wars 2, baby. One of the best games that I've ever experienced in my life. It changed my view to humanity, and I'm talking about Vine. It's Vine. Vine was and will always be just 100 times more entertaining than whatever this piece of shit is. And that's for a single reason: creativity. Because it's dead on this app. When you open your TikTok camera app and record a short video, what are the features that you get? Well, you get everything basically. Sound effects, background music, green screen, sharing, duets, captions, your mom, the secret recipe for the crab patty, everything. You get everything. Which, in common sense, means that you will be more creative and will use it to create better and more entertaining videos. But at the end of the day, sadly, we are human beings. And human beings are stupid. So that resulted in creating the most boring, generic, brain-rotting content ever created in humanity's history. How did we go from wholesome, funny, short videos that made us feel happier to whatever this is? What's going on here? Jesus. And that all came down to the feature that Vine had over TikTok, or the lack of it, basically. It was the camera. The camera feature on Vine gave you 3 options. You can start the recording, you can pause the recording, and you can end the recording. That's it. No filters, no music, no bullshit, just that. Just the video and nothing else. You are lucky if you get a title or something on it. And so, 10 years ago, when people saw that, they were like, oh, well, I have 6 seconds. What is possible in those 6 seconds? And let me tell you, a lot of things, if you put your mind into it. It's insane to me how people are so talented and so smart when it comes to really short form content back in the day. In the 4 years that TikTok lived, sadly passed away in 2017, you had one of the most iconic videos to ever exist and will live on forever. And that's because the people who created the video, they were smart about it. They created an idea and they applied it well. While on the other hand, right now, when you have a good idea, it is ruined because Dua Lipa is in the background singing about her ex, while the filter on the green screen on the background, so many things happen in the background on the video, you just get distracted. And don't even get me started with the Subway Surfers gameplay. Whatever idea that you created loses its value because there's so many distractions on it. Seriously, it's a question that I always see, but let me ask you this. What are the last 3 TikToks that you watched that you actually remember and mean something to you? For the love of God, please don't say Skibbity Toilet or something. That's another video on its own. It gives me nightmares. It doesn't let me sleep properly at night. Regarding the point, you don't really remember and you don't really care. It confuses me how there are so many reports, and I mean so many reports, about people being so addicted to the app and so mesmerized and spending hours and hours on it. When for me, after 10 minutes, it's kind of boring. 90% of the content on TikTok relies heavily on trends, which basically means saying something specific, doing something specific, singing something specific, showing something specific. It's the same thing, just shoveled. No one is original anymore. No one spends any more time or effort creating something new. Everyone just follows everyone. And for an app that was engineered and designed specifically to keep me on it for as long as possible, it really failed with me and a lot of people. Ignoring the fact that it's a billionaire corporation that gives zero shit about you or any of its consumers and treats everyone like numbers. Ignore that fact. I would much rather spend 2-3 hours on YouTube watching random 10-minute videos than laying in bed and scrolling for an hour on whatever this is. Like, I don't even know the type of trends that happen there. And those trends, they don't make sense. Not a single one of them makes sense. And I'm not saying this as if I'm like 80 years old or something. I'm not a grandpa. I'm not even 20 yet. Like, I'm still in 2nd year of college, so it doesn't make sense to me. I'm gonna do a small experiment and open TikTok right now. And the first video is 100% either gonna be a re-upload with captions and sad music or something because everyone's depressed on the app for some reason, or just, I don't know, Skibbity Toilet. I really want to talk about Skibbity Toilet. It really pisses me off. Okay, the first video. Ah, there we go. It's a Vice video. that I remember watching years ago. And someone just copied it, re-uploaded it, and added the caption. And of course, the laughing emoji. It's the laughing emoji. It's funny. It's good. And oh, nice. Part 1. That's part 1. So he cut the video that isn't even his. He just copied the link on YouTube, transferred it to MP4, uploaded it, put a caption on it, and GG, done. That's how you create modern videos and entertainment in the modern year 2024. It's funny because back on Vine, if you did the exact same thing and you re-uploaded whatever clip with any caption or anything, or just the clip itself, people will let you know that you have to kill yourself. The whole purpose of the 6-second thing was to see what are the limits that you can reach. And trust me, if the app was still on, crazy shit would have still been going on and people wouldn't get bored of it that much. But yeah, in conclusion, go read a book or something. Jesus, your brain cells are dying, man. Just give yourself a break.